wanted to come and show you all how much work I've been putting in the garden. It's a lot going on. So I did a thing. I decided to expand my garden. Oh, the skin is glistening, honey. All right, I'm back. But anyway, I decided to expand my garden this year. What was I thinking? It's still under construction, but the sun is out, the sun is setting, it's late. It's 6:40 something in the afternoon, but I'm getting ready to go in the house because I'm tired. But anyway, I decided to expand my garden. Yeah, I'm going to take you on a quick walk around here. So, behind us, you see my 20-foot bed right there. It has okra and corn that's growing in the bed. Over there, back there, that right there is garlic. And it's actually doing pretty good. Just finished fertilizing it, getting it ready for its second wind. In this bed right here, we have some pole beans and some eggplant, and I think I have some golden zucchini in that bed right there. Over here, this bed was struggling. I mean, struggling. This is the spaghetti squash and straight neck squash. And it was having a hard time. I seeded those, and like a lot of people this season, the yellowing, it just took over and my squash were really struggling. So what I actually ended up doing, I went and bought some bigger squash plants that were already flowering, and what I did was took the pollen from the bigger plants and I started to help pollinate my smaller plants. So we'll see how that works out. Gardening is all about trial and error. You know it. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. Some seasons are great. Some seasons are not so great. But I also brought in some new soil this season, and it had a lot of mulch in it, more mulch than I cared to have had in my soil. So breaking down of the wood has really stressed my plants out a lot, because wood, as you know, is a high nitrogen feeder. So it pulls as much nitrogen to try to break itself down, which also pulls from the plants. So what I'm finding myself doing is having to feed on a 7 to 10 day cycle to rebuild the nitrogen that some of my seedlings lost during the transplanting season moments that I brought them out here. But over here in this bed right here is something that I'm doing for the first time as well. Pumpkins. Pumpkins. And on the trellis, right there on the trellis, is butternut squash. Now that is a lot. I am going to thin this bed out as we get into the growing season. It's going to be thin because I'm not sure which ones are going to survive and which ones are going to thrive. So I am seeing who right there is going to be the survivor of the fittest. And the ones that don't make it or not showing enough life in it within the next couple of weeks, they will get uprooted. But the yellowing and the lack of nutrients has been like bad. Right here, that one right there, I don't know where my finger is pointing, right there. That one there's been a couple of them, but you can see I'm still fighting for it. So I'm feeding it with some blood meal, some fish fertilizer, and we're just going to see how it goes. Okay. Over here in this bed, this behind me, right here, this behind me is our straight eights and some Japanese cucumbers. I even have some white cucumbers that I'm planting this year. I'm all about trying something new. I am all about giving it a shot to see if I can make it work and if I can do it. So yeah, and then right in the center, right here, I have some onion bulbs. These are white onions and yellow, yeah, yellow and white onions that are coming through right now. So those are doing really well, really well. Over here in this bed right here, I have some pole beans that are looking really good. And on the edge, on the border here, right there, I have some eggplant. I'll get it together in a minute. Eggplant that are in this bed. And on the other side of this bed, I have, right over here, on this side right here, is golden zucchini. Golden zucchini. So as you know, golden zucchini is going to span out. It's going to sprawl. And something that I'm doing this year as well is I'm going to trellis it up in a tomato cage just to see how well that method works. I've been seeing a lot about how they've been trellising it up, and I'm really interested in seeing how that goes. This right here, which is so beautiful, it's doing so well. My husband and I seeded this back in, I believe, November, but this is my garlic patch. Now, as long as I've been gardening, this is the first time that I've truly attempted to plant garlic. And I think I did pretty good, but honestly, tell you the truth, I think I overplanted. Yeah, I think I overplanted. You learn, you live and you learn. But all of that's not gonna go to waste. You best believe, because garlic, I've got some really, really, really nice size bulbs that are down in there. So I'm going to attempt it again in the fall, and we're going to see how that's going to go. Over here in this bed, right here, I have peppers and tomatoes in this bed. Right here, as you can see, hope you guys can get a look at that. Right on the end, there's some yellowing right there. Nutrients, because my soil was full of a lot of wood when I had it brought in. So now I'm having to feed it with more nitrogen than I have in past. So what I'm gonna do with this, because I really wanna just pull the yellows off. We don't need the tomato plant fighting to try to feed those leaves, and they're already yellowing. So we're going to take those off, and so that the plant can stay so airy and not have to struggle to try to get nutrients to those leaves. So we're going to take those off. So those are tomatoes, and these right here are my German Johnsons. These are the ones I did plant those from seed, and they're doing really well. Those are a big beefy tomato, which are absolutely scrumptious. Love the German Johnsons. Over here on this trellis right here, go down all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and they're finally, can you see it? Yeah, they're finally coming through. Yay! Look at that, they're coming through. That is called Malabar spinach. Malabar. This is also my first time planting Malabar spinach. It's a climbing spinach, so it's going to climb up this trellis. And hopefully it will put on a beautiful display of big spinach leaves. So I am looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. In this bed over here, my beds are a little dry right now because it's hot, and my watering system is not programmed to come on until in the morning. But in this bed right here, these are my peppers. I have several varieties of peppers, and I have tomatoes, more tomatoes in this bed, and And in down here in the beds here, child, I done planted something and I forgot what it was. We'll see. We'll see. All right, over here. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. Over here, this is also a Black Beauty. Look at the yellowing once again. I'm telling you guys, these plants were struggling this season. I mean, struggling. Good gracious. So I'm taking off the yellow leaves, taking those off, and hopefully she's doing good though. She's really doing good. So that's the Black Beauty. That's the Black Beauty. The ones over there in that bed, those are the Japanese long eggplant. I love eggplant. I love eggplant. Right here, you see I have cabbage right there. They call them like collard cabbages. We'll see. But this is what I love right here, and they're finally coming through. You guys see that? That right there, and they're everywhere. They are everywhere. Yeah, those are my purple mustard greens. I have a lot of seeds in this bed because, believe it or not, the soil, once again, I was struggling with. It took me 2 times to sow seeds in this garden just to get them to catch and germinate. And I finally went back through, amended the soil, added some peat moss, some vermiculite, some perlite. I added some things into some black cow. I added some to really amend the soil to allow these seeds to really get a chance to germinate. And finally, they did. Now there's a lot of seeds in this bed, so I will have to do quite a bit of thinning once they get up and going. And once again, there's a lot of them there. There's a lot, and there's still tiny ones right there. If I don't lose focus, there's still tiny ones that are coming up. So I'm gonna definitely have to thin that out. All right, so I have some tomatoes that I did from seed, and I thought they were dead. I did. What kind of tomatoes those are, I don't know. I forgot. I'm telling you the truth, I forgot. They tomatoes. We'll see as they get bigger. I didn't want to throw them away, and I wanted to give them a chance at life. So I just started treating them, fertilizing them, and lo and behold, they came back. So that's just like a moment. Let's just take a moment to just interject here. Life's moment. Just because something looks like it's on its last leg, like there's no life left in it, there's no hope for it, don't throw it away. And I'm not just speaking of plants. I'm thinking of people, humans. Let's just have a human moment. People may be struggling. Things may seem a little difficult. It just looks like they're not going to make it or they're not going to get through it. If you take the time to feed someone, love on someone, nurture someone, be patient, I promise you, the Bible said that if we plant the seed, he'll do the rest. All we need to do is just plant the seed and let God do the watering. He'll do it. But you do your part. You do your part. And then leave the rest in the hands of the Lord. That was my heart moment. All right. That was a good one, though, because that works for all of us. That works for different situations, different circumstances, that we all have moments where you just want to throw in the towel and just let it go because it don't look right. It ain't acting right. It ain't being right. It just needs to get out of here. But I promise you, underneath all of that ugliness, all of that deadness, all of that dormantness, there is life. And Simba and Nala, my dogs, just decided they wanted to come out and say hello out there on the deck. There's Simba. See him up there? And Nala. Those are my little chorkies. But anyway, let's get back to it. This mammoth right here, that just is the gift that keeps on giving. This is apple mint. Look at that. This is apple mint. I have pulled, cut the whole 9 yards, and she keeps coming back full. Look at this. All of that. So I got a lot of mint. My neighbors own a Mexican restaurant down in the city there, and she just came over and she goes, "Is that mint?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you want some?" She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, do you use mint?" And she goes, "We use it in the restaurant for mojitos." And I said, "Well, mojito and help yourself with this mint, girl, because I got plenty of it for you." I love it. All right. Okay. So we're going to move on over here. This is a smaller bed right here. That is lemon balm. And I have some peppers. And this little plant here, right there, you guys, that right there is artichoke. I've never grown artichoke. I don't know. We'll see. This is rosemary, of course. She comes back every year. And look at that. I have all of my little onions are popping through. Right over there on the edge, it looks like some carrots. These are some collards. So I do a lot of companion gardening. Lots. Wherever I can get some space, I'm putting something there. And I got to do better. I must say, I have to do better because sometimes I plant things and I cannot remember what I planted. But I guess I figured out when it comes up. I don't know. Over here was something that I did. Let me get over here. This is onions. Now, they didn't do well at all. And I've been doing some research. A lot of people's onions this season struggled. They bolted early. And I really think it has a lot to do with the weather was going in and out with cold and hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. Onions don't like that. Onions don't like that. So they bolted on me. So I am going to let a few of these go to seed. As you can see right here, they're starting. But I am going to begin to pull these up and use a lot of, cut them up and use them like chives. I'm not going to let them totally go to waste over here. It's warm out here. Okay, over here, this is the side. Now, that side that I just showed you was the side that I already had established. This side is the new side that I just put in. This bed right here, is about, I guess, about 20 feet long. And it has in it white yams, white sweet potato yams. Yeah, white sweet potato yams. I am looking forward. I am so looking forward to these bad babies coming up. I had these in Delaware, and those are the sweetest sweet potatoes that you can eat. So I'm really hoping and praying that they come up and that they do their thing. But this was kind of interesting that I just saw. The wood is doing some stuff, y'all. Like I said, I want y'all to look at this because I'm doing my research. I'm gonna have to do my research on this. Look at this. And if anyone knows what this is, please comment at the bottom and help a sister out, okay? And while we're at it, please like, share, and this page. This is Charlotte's Backyard Garden. I have been gardening a very long time, but Haven't been doing much videoing, but I'm starting to do so now. So I would really appreciate if you would like, share, hit that bell, subscribe, and I will come to you more often than I have been. So, okay. Well, look, let's help me out with this. Can somebody tell me, what is that? Look at that. It's some kind of fungi. I don't know. Oozing from the wood. I'm about to do my research because I want to make sure that it's nothing poisonous or dangerous, that's in the bed with my potatoes. Okay, so if you know anything about that, let me know. All right, I'm going to figure that one out too. I am going to figure that out. All right, over here, I added in two 6-foot beds. They're thin 2x6s right here. These are red potatoes and these are white potatoes right here. Red and white potatoes, and they are doing very, very well. Oh, on the edge of this 20-foot bed, you will see here, right there on the edge, I have one is bent over. I need to push that in and hope it's the wind. You see that? Let's hope she stays up. All right, but anyway, that's glass corn. Glass corn is good for popping corn. So we're going to see how that goes. All right, almost to the end here. In these buckets here, I have dahlias. I have some leftover pumpkins. I just put them in there. Once again, I don't like to throw anything away because there's a chance it might live. But anyway, I have peanuts in this one right here. Got peanuts. Right over here, I have asparagus. I need some water. But anyway, asparagus. And right here, I have Beauregard sweet potatoes. Y'all already know. And we have the same in those two down there. Those will be moved closer to the trellis in hopes of getting them to trellis on top. Over here, I did want to show you something because I'm trying something new. On the edge of my red potato bed is sweet peas. You see that? Those are sweet peas. And from the looks of it, I don't know if they're going to make it. We'll see. I think it's a little hot for sweet peas right now. We'll see. All right, so I think I've already showed you guys, not sure. This is the pumpkin and butternut squash. I think I showed that to you already. And like I said, I got to thin that bed out. And yeah. Oh, down here, I'm going to show you something. Let's see. Over here, I planted some grapes. Yeah. I got some grapes that are nice grapes. I have always wanted to plant grapes. And this one right here is already, let me show you. It's already graping. Look at that. So I pruned them, trimmed them up, and did a little research on it. Yeah, and she's already graping. Don't know how much, look at that, it's going to produce this year because they are still, I have 6 plants here, and I did like a very lightweight twine, if I can get my thoughts together. I will go back in with something more sturdy, but I just want to put that there for right now. So I think, the treat. Something that my family's known for, and I have done them many a times, and that would be my watermelons and cantaloupe. It is hot out here, you all. So look, yes, so I have watermelons. I've got Jubilees. I've got Crimson Sweets. I've got yellow crimsons. I've got black diamonds. I've got Gallia honeydew melon. I've got lemon drop honeydew melon. So I've got about 5 varieties of melons in this sprawl, and this is probably about 50 or 60 feet that I have. But if it sprawls out, I have enough, land space for it to sprawl out and for it to crawl and do its thing. So I wanted to just bring you in for a moment, because I had not made a video in a minute, and show you what I was doing in Charlotte's backyard garden. I hope that if you are not gardening, I hope that you get inspired to garden. Gardening is just something that I think that everyone, who is cooler over here, but gardening is something that I think everyone should be doing, or at least attempt to do, even if you only start with a tomato plant or just herbs. Oh, I forgot to show you my herbs. Come. Okay, the AC is on, but I want to show you my herb bed and something new. So here's my herb bed that I have right underneath, and I've got a variety of herbs. Ooh, I just hit that, and you guys, it just woke this whole area up. But this right here is pineapple mint. This stuff is, ooh, it smells, ooh. Oh. That smells so good. Oh, like fresh pineapples. Okay, so here we have some oregano, and just got a whole abundant. Look at that little marigold. I'm going to be adding more marigolds to this bed and to the beds out there. Marigolds are flowers are very important to your garden. They are pollinators. They attract bees. They attract the right things to help keep insects. Some war bugs, I call them war bugs because they are destructive. They keep them away, and it helps your garden to be able to thrive the way it needs to and the way it should. Right here, I started some hibiscus plants, sorrel. Yeah, I had a friend that wanted some hibiscus plants, so I started a few seeds for her, and I'm gonna plant a couple of them myself as well. But this is the marigolds that are gonna go. This is echinacea and zinnias right here. This is Mexican oregano. It looks like the pineapple mint, but it's Mexican oregano. Over here, and these are going to all go out in the garden over there. It's just we're still under construction. Probably about 2 more weeks. By the end of May, after Memorial Day, I think we're going to be all set and ready to go with irrigation and everything set in its place. But in these containers right here is turmeric. These are turmeric, and they're just now coming through. Look at that. And over here is ginger. Ginger is coming through too. Hey, Ginger. Hey, girl. Yeah, and there's Ginger. Ginger's coming through. Yeah, and we got some beautiful, I like showing you guys this stuff. Beautiful planters that I have. Look at that beautiful, oh God, look at that beautiful Easter lily. Isn't she gorgeous? Wow. And my friend here, we got some lemongrass. That's fragrant too. And something that I've tried for the first time, I just ordered this for the first time, are my green stalk containers. Yeah. I went green stalk on y'all because once again, I always feel like I never have enough room to plant stuff. But this is my green stalk. Oh, my lettuce is doing wonderful. Lettuce. I have basil. This is kale at the bottom here. We have another lettuce here. Spinach. She's sort of struggling, but yeah, that spinach, I'm gonna have to help her out a little bit. She's struggling. But this green stalk right here is just all strawberries. So I have strawberries planted throughout this entire 5-tier green stalk. So yeah, I had to go and order this green stalk and give it a shot, and it is yeah, if you have not tried your green stalk or ordered a green stalk, I suggest you do. Give it a shot. It's especially if you do not have enough room with having enough yard. Those green stalks are amazing. Are amazing. So I think that's about it. Just walking around to show you. I planted a couple of more blueberries right here. Got some blueberries. And then I'm starting a new flower bed. I had a tree that was right here. It was a big, beautiful tree, but a storm last year, or was it the year before last, took it down. So we lost that tree. So what we just did is planted a wild flower bed. And what you see here, those 3 things right there, is lavender. But I have sown all wildflower seeds in that bed just to see what it does. I'm curious to see what it does. So yeah. So guys, I promise you that's it. I wanted to just take you on a quick tour of the new garden and my garden expansion and what I'm doing out here and all of that good stuff, and just wanted to encourage you all. This has been an interesting season so far because we've been dealing a lot with the weather. It's been hot, it's been cold, it's been everything but right. And I guess I shouldn't really say that because it's all interesting and it's all God. But yeah, I want to encourage you that if you're not gardening, you need to start gardening. Try it. I promise you, it is so rewarding just to be outside in nature, having fun, playing in the dirt, and most importantly, watching your harvest and being able to feed your family from your backyard. From your backyard. And not only your family, your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones. It's wonderful. I love sharing. And I love being a blessing. So I want to encourage you. Sorry for the long video, but I wanted to take some time to just share with you what it was I was doing in Charlotte's backyard garden. So until the next time, you guys, until we talk again, happy gardening.